So, why does suffering matter? Age old question. It's been answered plentiful times. And to me, suffering matters because it builds character, right? In life, a lot of people go through hardships. Life is up and down, left and right. You're on the high, and then you're on the low all of a sudden. It happens so quick, you don't even notice it. And oftentimes we question, why does it have to happen to me? Well, because if life was just a roller coaster, if life wasn't a roller coaster and it was just, every day it was great, every week, every month, every year, then it would just be easy and we'd become comfortable. And in my opinion, I don't think we would evolve into something. I mean, we would evolve, but it would be so limited. But by us suffering, by us going through these hardships, we find out who we are in these moments. Like our character is defined. And personally, I've gone through a lot of hardships, even at the beginning of my life, up until now. And at first, I did used to question, why would it happen to me? I'm 19. I mean, at a younger age, I would question why it would happen to me. I'd get bullied, people would make fun of me, I wouldn't really fit in with my friends, and uh, I wasn't, you know, I suffered a lot, and I grew up without my father. I've been suffering from a young age. I went through a lot of hardships, but as far as that goes, it taught me a lot at a young age. It developed my mindset. And I don't think I'd be the person I am today without those instances of suffering, without those instances of hitting rock bottom. It's developed my character into something that I am more than grateful for it, and I I give thanks to God and to that, to those instances happening, because it shaped me to who I am today. And I think people need to suffer. It's as much as it sucks and as much as it feels terrible in the moment, 100% terrible in the moment, what's on the other side is improvement, bliss, discovering yourself. And I think if you delay the gratification and you go through the hardships, you put yourself in uncomfortable positions to suffer, and you don't give up, I feel that this world is uncapped. It's uncapped. You can do pretty much anything if you learn that suffering is a requirement and it's going to happen eventually. And because of that, I believe suffering is amazing. I I'm grateful for suffering. It's a phrase that I say to myself when I'm in the suck, when things are really going bad. I say I'm grateful for suffering because I know so that later down the road that this suffering will pay off and I will become a better person in the end. And it's as human beings, we just love to be comfortable. Me growing up, I used to be uncomfortable. Or I used to be comfortable. I loved to stay in my comfort zone. I didn't want to take risks. I just wanted to stay in between the reasoning of others and what I knew, and I didn't want to learn things unless I had to. But then I realized that was a very limited life, doing little. It was just day to day, just time flowing by, just the same old. But if you learn to take risks, which I started doing when I got to my college, University of Florida, when I got there, it was like these kids take risks, and they're smart and I'm smart just as smart as them, but it's like, wow, they inspire me to do things that I never that I would want to do in this lifetime. And life is just, and I've suffered in that as well. So I would say just suffering opens up doors that you never thought could be opened, never thought that could be revealed to you. So I say this because without suffering, there is no growth. If you constantly put yourself in uncomfortable positions and suffer, I guarantee you your mind and you as a person will evolve. And that's kind of what I've been thinking about recently. You know, I had a very interesting and tough semester, my first semester, full semester in college. And I suffered a lot, you know. I tried study habits that worked, didn't work. I failed some tests. I got back, I bounced back. But it's like, and in those moments, I wanted to give up. But after each failing the test, I got smarter. I changed something and I kept going. You know, I didn't give up. And that inevitably led me to passing the classes. It's great grades. But, you know, if I gave up, I contemplated giving up because the suffering sucked. I didn't want to study and do all that. But I didn't give up. And that increased my probability of getting through the class and successfully passing. But I do realize that if I did give up, that I more than likely would have failed the class and everything would have crumbled. So, suffering in that sense, academically, contemplating, overthinking, that taught me that to chill, relax, you fall down on your face, you get back up, you try something new, you fall down, you try it again, you stick through with it enough, something will stick to the wall. And yeah, man, that's my thought for the night. Suffering, I'm grateful for suffering. That should be the title of this video. Grateful for suffering, but yeah, I don't know who this sees, but that's it. So, yeah.